Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It is the 30th of August in the year 2020, and another person has been killed, this time in Oregon. A clash in Oregon leaves somebody dead. This is going to keep happening. This is going to keep happening. I listened to a live stream I did with the YouTuber and author, I believe, Days of Noah, maybe a couple weeks ago, and he was saying that if Trump were real, if voting was real, and Trump was really running for president and wanted to seal the deal, instead of letting all these areas run wild, he'd go in there and stop it. Well, they're not stopping anything. Everything seems to be getting much, 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 much worse. As I say that, a second sheriff's department's vehicle blows by me, and I'm in an area that is in the news, we'll call it. So I wonder what that's all about. But order ab cow, that is their mantra. Order out of chaos. Burn the whole place down. Now, if these weren't evil men, they could institute a new way of being. No problem. Instead of doing it in the fashion that they're doing it, under the guise of lies, which is Israeli Special Forces mantra, by any means necessary. It escapes me right now, but the Israeli Special Forces, or the Mossad, uses deception for everything. This entire pandemic, scamdemic is a deception, which is why if you didn't watch the news, if you didn't interact with sheep, you wouldn't know anything's going on. It's kind of a nice day. It's actually raining a little bit where I'm at right now. Finally, I haven't seen rain in a long time. It's raining, Mike. Another person has died. Here we go. This time in Oregon. They're going to keep sprinkling them around here and there and everywhere. I bet the story is loaded with numerology, as they usually almost always are. If it is, chances are it's not legit. I was looking at the 17-year-old shooter's picture on the cover of Drudge Report yesterday, and wow, does it look like a crisis actor. It looks so phony and staged. It could be real, but it looks so phony and staged. And the kid's 17. And that brings me back to Trump talking about taking the guns and we'll deal with the courts afterwards. Just take them now, deal with the courts afterwards. He was saying that you have to wait to be 21 to get a handgun, but anyone 18 years old can get a rifle. Well, here's the deal. Before there was a great big push to take away the weapons from the citizens of the United States by its government, there never were any mass shootings. Once the mass shootings started happening, people started looking into it, and lo and behold, they were full of holes, no pun intended. Like the time I ended up on the mainstream news where I was driving this truck and I said, if some of it's a lie, all of it's a lie, and I was talking about Las Vegas, the person that they associated me with, saying I was trolling this victim who I had no clue who it was, he was the guy that looked like Fabio sitting on the hospital bed, long blonde hair, and apparently, according to the story, he had been shot in the head with an AR-15. Well, when that occurred, I was dating a medical professional, and I didn't tell her a thing. I showed her a picture. I said, if this guy got shot in the head, even grazed by a bullet, and came into the emergency room in an ambulance, what's the first thing you do? She said, shave his hair, so we can see what we're working on. And yet that wasn't the case. So many of these shootings were staged, phony, contrived. They just didn't add up. And now that we have this pandemic, we don't have any more mass shootings. So apparently, far-right, extreme lunatics that want to go shoot small children for whatever reason, or shoot up a movie theater for whatever reason, they don't want to catch a cold, so they stop shooting people. You see how the agenda has completely shifted away? And they count on the fact that sheep just get led by the nose like sheep do. And they won't even look into the fact that, hey, what happened to the mass shooting every single week, if not every other day? Now that COVID's here, that's the cure for threaten somebody with getting a mild flu and they'll stop killing people. But, long story short, according to the mainstream, another one's down. Every time somebody dies because of these Soros and Gates and billionaire-funded groups. Now, bear in mind, not all Black Lives Matter members or protesters are paid Soros operators. They don't have to be. If 1 out of every 10 is, which it's probably worse than that, that works. Because mob rules. Mob rules. That's all I'm saying. Richie from Boston. I am the banned one. 9/11.